out here at the park, so I always like to stop and see her. Samara's about 16 years old, and she is what they call heterozygous, meaning she carries the gene for white tigers. We have no breeding program here. All of our cats have been spayed or neutered depending on their situation. Now, we would not neuter a male lion. If we did, his mane would fall out, so that's really not such a good idea. But all of our other cats, yes, they have. Now, honestly, I gotta tell you, tigers are endangered in the wild. There are more tigers in Texas than there are left in the wild. There are only about 3,200 in the wild and about 5,000 tigers in Texas. They're very inexpensive to buy, unfortunately. They're trying to reintroduce them in certain areas in the world like Vietnam and Bangladesh where they used to have a natural habitat, and they do want to reintroduce them to those areas. The thing about our animals here at Out of Africa is about 45% of them are rescue animals. And what happens is that people will purchase things like tigers. You can buy a tiger very cheaply. Please don't do it. Then you wake up one morning and you wind up with an 150-pound cat in your bed with you going, oh, maybe that wasn't such a great idea after all, you know? Samara, she says, I need a little snack today. Yes, I do. Oh, I know, her so pretty. And when she rubs up against the fence, and I don't know if you guys can see it or not, she does have the longest canines of any of the predator animals. Tigers do. Any of the predator cats. You want that? Okay, I'm not going to make you stand up for it. There you go. Now, they also don't have a very good sense of smell. I mean, it's extremely adequate. That's about the best you can say for it. It's not terrific. Tigers do most of their hunting at night. They are nocturnal hunters. So when I throw this in, she sees it or she hears it hit the ground, unlikely she's going to, smell it, at least not very much. Sometimes she'll wander around looking for it for a long time if she doesn't know exactly where it landed. And she lived in here with her brother for a long time. His name was Elijah, and he was a white tiger. White tigers would not exist in the wild. They simply would not survive. As youngsters, they make great prey because they're so visible with that white coloration. And as adult animals, they make terrible predators because of that coloration once again. White tigers are strictly man-made. The first one to come out of the wild and be captured, his name was Mohan back in the 50s and 60s. Did you hear it? So, watch her look for it. She can't smell it. Not very well, anyway. And that tiger was captured by a Maharaja. It's back there. You gotta look for it. Who decided he wanted to breed white tigers. And when he did that, he wound up only with orange tigers because he kept breeding to orange Bengals, and all he wound up with were orange tigers until he bred Mohan back to his daughter, and that's when he started getting white tigers. You can now trace all white tigers back to that single white tiger, Mohan. So if anybody in Las Vegas, she found it. Nope. Almost. Not quite. See, she's right on top of it, guys. Look
she
at
stepped
that.
on it.
Yep, exactly. She says, I know it's here. I can actually smell it. It must have bounced or something.
It's under your foot.
Isn't that amazing?
Under your foot, silly.
So if anybody in Las Vegas or any place else tries to convince you to give money because they want to release white tigers into the wild, please don't do it. That is never going to happen.
She found it.
She got it. Yay.
Yay.
Anybody have any questions about tigers in general? You're going to learn a lot more about them when you go to Tiger Splash this afternoon. But if I don't know the answer, I'll be happy to find out for you. Questions, David? What?
Nathan.